Good evening. This is CTV News for Tuesday, April 3rd. I'm Denise Douglas.
And I'm Patricia Vallone. Thank you for joining us tonight. Well, topping our news tonight, students at Great Mills High School in St. Mary's County returned to class today, the first time since a deadly shooting took place there 2 weeks ago. 16-year-old Jalen Willie was shot in the head by her former boyfriend, 17-year-old Austin Rollins. Rollins then committed suicide. Willie died 2 days later after her family took her off of life support. The school system provided extra counselors and mental health care providers as students returned to the site.
You know, we've got to put together, groups and, community organizations. We got to come up with solutions for our kids. That's what I believe.
Now, one of the bullets also struck 14-year-old Desmond Barnes in the leg. He was treated and released shortly after the incident.
In politics, lawmakers in Annapolis are considering legislation that would allow some developers to deduct 50% of their impact fees. Those fees help pay the cost of providing public services such as school construction. All developers who build housing are required to pay those charges. The bill, which would allow those who build near mass transit stations and the National Harbor, has its critics.
It could be tens of millions of dollars that we are forgiving rich developers who come in to do business, and we're saying to my constituent who may be a senior and her taxes, his or her taxes are up, raised, they've got to leave their homes. And this is the money that we promised that will come in so that we can relieve the tax burden, particularly of schools, that is primarily on the backs of homeowners.
Senator Muse tabled the bill and expects lawmakers to propose some amendments. Closing arguments took place today in the Devon Boswell Johnson murder trial. Johnson faces charges in connection with the February 2016 shooting deaths of Nashante Davis and his daughter, 2-year-old Chloe, in Fort Washington. The prosecution alleges Johnson killed the two because he did not want to pay child support. The defense says there isn't enough evidence to link Johnson to the crime.
The Maryland Attorney General's office joins another lawsuit against the Trump administration. The suit includes a coalition seeking to block the president from demanding citizenship information in the 2020 census. Now, Attorney General Brian Frost says requiring the information is an attempt to intimidate voters and suppress the vote in states with large immigrant populations. He adds that the move threatens fair representation in Congress and the Electoral College, as well as billions of dollars in federal funds. Maryland has joined nearly 24 lawsuits to block actions by the Trump administration.